This is a song by a guy from Bradford who calls himself Captain Hot Knives. In the jungle, the racist jungle, the animals are all secretly racist. Some of the worst ones are the lions, and they got the big problem with the cheaters. They say them fucking cheaters coming round here and stealing all our gazelles, running faster than we can with their spotty fur. Ooh, they make me angry. And I wouldn't let Ardenese marry a cheater. No, I wouldn't let Ardenese marry a cheater. No, I wouldn't let Ardenese marry a cheater. No, I wouldn't let Ardenese marry a cheater. Because what do the kids be like, eh? What do the kids be like? Be like litres or chions. We can't have that, no. And in the islands, the Galapagos Islands, that's where you get racist giant tortoises. And they crawl around close to the ground, and they're always picking on the chaffinches. They say them fucking chaffinches flying around up there with their beaks specially evolved for picking all the berries that we don't even eat anyway, all the rotten bastards. And I wouldn't Ardenese marry a chaffinch, no, I wouldn't let Ardenese marry a chaffinch, no, I wouldn't let Ardenese marry a chaffinch, no, I wouldn't let Ardenese marry a chaffinch. Because what do the kids be like, eh? Ooh. They'd be like tortoises or chaffoises, and we can't have that, no. And in the Arctic, the frozen Arctic, that's where you get white supremacist polar bears. Because they're white, they think they're right, and they're always picking on the penguins. Just the other week I saw a group of white supremacist polar bears put a burning cross outside Pingu the penguin's igloo. And Pingu the penguin, his igloo, it melted into the ice, and he was really cross. So he called up his mates, the killer whales. He got his mobile phone out from underneath his flippers, dialed the killer whales and said, "I'm having a bit of bother with these white supremacist polar bears. Do you reckon you can lend a hand?" And the killer whale said, "Well, we'd love to, Pingu, but we live in the sea. What do you want us to do about it?" And Pingu said, "Well, I have a plan. I have a plan, 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 I have a plan." The killer whales just said, "Just tell us the plan, mate." Pingu said, "Well, 11:30 tomorrow morning, us penguins are going to line up on the edge of the ice, and we're going to taunt the polar bears. We're going to say all manner of rude and naughty things to them and make them really cross. And they're going to charge towards us, and they're going to fall in the sea, and you can have them for your tea. What do you think?" And the killer whale said, "Sounds like a good fucking plan, peace eating tin tuna." So, 11:29 the next morning, the penguins all lined up on the ice, and they started to taunt the polar bears. And they started making very inappropriate comments about the polar bears and insulting them, and I'm not going to repeat any of these insults because they're too terrible to repeat here. But needless to say, they made the polar bears very angry. The polar bears were fully intending to charge towards the penguins and rip their heads off and shit down their necks and rip off their flippers and beat them with the soggy ends. They were very, very angry, these polar bears. And they started charging towards the penguins, charging and roaring, getting really, really cross, and snarling and frothing at the mouth. And they were getting really, really close to the penguins. But when they got too close, the penguins just merely stepped to one side. And the polar bears, they all fell in the sea. And just as they were falling under the icy water, they realised that they did not have time. No, they did not have time to swim away, 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 to swim away. Swim away, to swim my way.
flight's going to come straight over that as well.
Yeah.